channel. My name is Jocelyn Jam. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you and welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. So tomorrow is Thanksgiving here in the United States, and as fraught as that day is with history, it got me thinking about the things that I am grateful for this year. And I realized as I was thinking that one of the things I am most grateful for was letting myself pick up new good habits, because these have really enabled my year to be so much better. And some habits, I really didn't pick them up. I just took the time to nurture them. And it got me thinking, maybe I could share these habits that I either nurtured or picked up anew this year that just really made me have a good year. And hopefully these habits will help you too. Number one is prayer or meditation, depending on you. Personally, I'm a very religious person, which means that I focus a lot on God, and I try to look at every aspect of my life from the standpoint of God is God. Of course, not everyone's religious, and so, whatever you commune with. For some people it's meditation, for some people it's prayer, whatever it is that works for you. For me this year, I just really focused on understanding God and my relationship to Him, and that gave me so much confidence in myself as a person, and made me realize the power that I have and the things that I can do when I'm aware of who I am as a person. For some other people, it'll be meditating, like I said, basically communing with whatever it is you believe in. This year I've been a Christian all my life. Like, I grew up as a Christian. I went to Catholic school, and then I changed faiths, but I'm a Christian, and I was always sort of the talker and not the doer. And this year, I really just buckled down on understanding why I was a Christian. It wasn't because my mother, is a Christian, or my mother's active in the church, or my family is Christian. I had to figure out for myself, why it is. Now, this is not a plug for you to join Christianity or anything, but it is one of the positive habits that really, really got me going this year. I try every day to pray. If you're meditating, give yourself even 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be an hour. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes. Give yourself just 5 minutes to sit with the silence and listen to God, or to Buddha, or to Allah, or meditate, whatever it is that you believe in. Listen to the universe speaking to you. I think that is like a really great habit to cultivate. I promise you, do it. Try it. You'll let me know. Well, if you do. If you don't, that's fine. But it's really worthwhile. Number two is stop playing the victim. I saw some post on social media. Yes, I don't even know who it was, but it said something to the effect of, if you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. And it was just like, oh my gosh, yeah. Because we're constantly, talking about, well, because of this thing, I can't do this thing. Because this happened to me, my life is bound to go this way. And those are all our limitations that we talk up, because, we give ourselves all these reasons, and we excuse them by saying, well, because I am like this can't happen. For instance, I am a black woman in America, and I know what it is to be a black person in America. I know what it feels like to be a black woman in America. And these could limit me. They could say, okay, because I am black and I am a woman, I'm not going to knock on certain doors because it's just going to be a disaster. But I really this year decided, you know what? Sure, it could be hard to be, for instance, a black woman in America or a black person in America. But that should not stop you from going out and trying to do the things that you think you should be doing to make your life better. They may not always work. Some doors may get shut in your face simply because of that limitation that you think you have. But you have to keep going in spite of, or maybe because of that limitation. And I know I'm saying limitation and acting like being black or a woman is a limitation. In certain sense, it's not. No, there's nothing wrong with being black. There's nothing wrong with being a woman. But the society we live in puts that on us as a limitation. So I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being black or woman, but society puts that on us as a limitation, and sometimes we just own these limitations that are given to us, and we don't go out to try certain things because we're worried that because we're a certain way, we can't do certain things. But you cannot let those things push you back. And so for me, it was really stop playing the victim. Sure, you may be a victim of a situation, a victim of certain circumstance, but that is not the whole of who you are. You have to figure out, other than being this person, what else am I? And those are the things that you carry around, because really nobody wants to focus on the negative things in their lives. You want to find the positive, the good things in your life. Of course, you will acknowledge the negative things, but you have to find the good things, the positive things, and let those things stir you and move you forward. Number 3 is practice gratitude. I know, it's Thanksgiving time. Practice gratitude. Stop focusing on your wants and your desires for just a minute, and be grateful for what you already have. I'm not talking about positive thinking here, but like taking the time to think about the things that you have and having gratitude for those things. I talk a lot about writing down the things you're grateful for, which is basically gratitude journaling. I think gratitude journaling is really great. Once a day before you go to sleep, when you wake up in the morning. It depends on you, once a week. Just take the time to write the things that you're grateful for. Because sometimes something happens and all of a sudden my day is terrible. But then I pick up my gratitude journal and I read my journal and I'm looking at all the things that have happened. And I'm like, you know what? This little thing that has happened is not going to mess up all the good that has happened in my life. And I will take that good and I will roll with it, And in your journal, when you write, be specific, give specifics. Don't just say, I'm grateful for my life. You have to talk about what it is you're grateful for. The more specifics you give, the more gratitude, the more hope and understanding and gratitude and joy you find in your life. I think this segues into the next one, which is find the joy in your life. Live the little moments. Find those things in your life that make you happy, that make you joyful, that make you feel alive. Find those moments, find those things, and do them. I know especially here in this country, for instance, people do jobs and they hate. A lot of people are doing jobs that they absolutely hate. And so Monday to Friday are their worst days of the week, and then they have 2 days where it's like, okay, I can breathe and be a little happy today for the next 2 days. Until we go back to the next 5 worst days of my life. Imagine that's like 80% of your life is the worst period of your life. But we can't keep living like that. You have to find the thing that gives you joy. Even in a job that you may hate, there must be something, even a teeny tiny thing that you enjoy doing about that job that makes you just a little content or just a little happy. Or if there isn't, what is it that you like to do? The extracurricular activities that you like to do that make you happy. Find those things, do them, go out. Don't spend all your life making money and not going out to actually enjoy this. Because I know it's hard in this country. You have bills to pay, a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. But there are little things that can make you happy. Go to a museum, look at art, read a book, go to the library, watch a movie, sit at home, watch TV. Eat something that you've been wanting to eat for weeks, just the little moments. Have a good laugh with friends, anything. Just find the things that make you happy and try to do those things each week just to keep you, happy and live in the moment, be alive. Don't survive through this world, because a lot of people seem to always feel like they're surviving and not really living, and that's sad. And we don't want to be surviving. We want to be living to the best of our ability, and that we may not have the money to do that, but there's so many other things we could do. Go to the park, just sit out, enjoy nature, appreciate what's going on, look at people, make friends, just, all the little things that happen. The next one is let your life be driven by curiosity instead of fear. Now, fear is where dreams go to die. Okay, it's like the worst thing that you could let drive your life. And I know even as I'm saying this, I still am working on this particular good habit. I still am working on it because it's really difficult. Like, if I wasn't afraid, I would not be here in San Francisco, doing the job that I'm doing. I'd be in New York, I'd be in LA, pursuing my dreams, pushing for what I want to do. But I let fear hold me back, among other things. There are other circumstances that are holding me back also. But fear really is the general consensus, that this is what we're afraid, so we're not going anywhere. But I am working, constantly working to it, pushing that away and thinking about how I can combat this fear. What can I do? How do I get to where I want to get to? And by doing so, I'm letting curiosity, be the thing that's pushing my life instead of fear. I want to be curious. I want to go out. I want to do things. I want to be brave enough to fail, to suck at something new. You know what I mean? Like, that's curiosity. That's letting yourself be driven by curiosity and not fear. Because there's everything you can do. Like, you can be afraid of everything, really. But if we let fear drive our lives, we will miss out on so much. And I am missing out on so much. I missed out on so many things that I should have done. I missed out on so many things in college. Like, there's so many, projects that people were doing, movies and XYZ, and I was so afraid to go talk to these people that I could have been a part of, these things. I could have learned a lot about how they were making their movies while at school, but I was just too afraid to put myself out there, and it didn't appear that way. Sometimes you look like you're really confident, but we all have our fears. But I should have done that, but it is what it is. But now I'm not going to let fear hold me back. I'm going to be curious. I'm going to go out. I'm going to ask questions. And I'm going to do the things that I need to do. And if I fail, like I said, that's okay. We want to have the courage to fail and move on. The next one is a simple one. Get enough sleep. Like, imagine if you don't get enough sleep, what happens when you open your eyes in the morning after your alarm rings? It's like, I have to wake up now. That's the feeling. And then your day sort of carries out like that. But if you get enough sleep, you wake up feeling rejuvenated. You wake up feeling like, okay, I rested. I can move on. I'm ready to go, That's how it is. And enough sleep doesn't necessarily have to mean 8 hours. Some people go to sleep for 6 hours and they can go, and they're happy and they're fine with how they sleep. But you have to figure out how much time you can sleep, how much time you should sleep, and get enough sleep. It really is absolutely necessary. And it's just a good habit that I'm really, really trying to cultivate. And I fall off the wagon every now and then because sometimes
I watch TV too long, or I'm reading a book, I read it too long, and then all of a sudden it's 2 a.m., but I have to wake up early so I can go to work. And so,
but this is a really good habit to build, because I have realized that the days when I actually go to sleep early or whatever, I have a good amount of sleep, I feel better the next day. I am more there. I'm not as unhappy when I wake up. The next one is avoid the savior complex. Now, maybe I'm even using too big of a word for this, but really what I'm trying to say is your work does not have to benefit somebody. It could. Sometimes we'd like for it to benefit someone else other than ourselves, but it does not have to benefit anyone other than you. Really. And that's something I struggle with, especially with this YouTube channel that I'm doing right now. It's constantly like, I want to say something. I want to do something that'll benefit other people. I want people to watch this video and get something out of it, something that they can learn. And yeah, that's fine and great. But it also puts a lot of pressure on me, which is part of why for the past month or so I've been uploading videos every other week, because I feel like, oh my gosh, I need to give something to people that'll benefit them always. But no, that's not true. Your work does not always have to benefit everybody. Sometimes it just has to benefit you, and that's fine. You're not selfish. You're just keeping yourself, sane and happy in the moment. I enjoy making these videos, but I don't want to have the pressure of having to be like, it must always be a teachable moment, because it doesn't necessarily have to be. There are things I want to do on this YouTube channel that are probably not going to be teachable things to people. They're just going to be fun things for me. And I will do those things now that I'm really thinking about it and going, you know what? My channel does not always have to benefit everybody else. Sometimes it just has to make me happy that I make this video and it's out there and it's good. And that's all that matters. So there. Those are 7, I think, maybe. 7 or something. Yep. Positive habits that I have incorporated into my life, that I've picked up, that I'm nurturing. They're just habits that have made my year so good, and I am so grateful that I was able to get these habits going. Excuse me, and I hope to be able to continue to do so. Please do comment on, anything you're grateful for this year. Put it in the comments, or if you don't want to, write it in your journal, whatever you're grateful for. But I appreciate all of you who comment on my videos. So, oh my goodness. So, like, comment, share with your friends and family, and please subscribe, because it does help with my YouTube count. And it's also really just nice to see my YouTube subscription going up and up and up. It makes me feel happy, like there are people watching. Anyways, so do subscribe, like, comment, share. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Toodles. See you next time.